Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
Good morning, everyone. Meteorologist Hutch Johnson joining you with a quick update on what's going on across the north. As we head into our Tuesday, snow is set to continue for portions of Minnesota into Wednesday. For us, there are some flakes flying, and here is where the travel will be the trickiest as we go through the day, as we continue with gusty north winds that are cold here in the valley. Here is a look at the radar with the latest watches and warnings, and we can see that the Duluth region through International Falls continues with winter storm warnings. Those are in red. In blue, surrounded by areas of winter weather advisory. Now, these do for the winter weather advisory counties include Becker and Otter Tail counties, includes Grant County, as well as the Douglas County area. The places we talked about last night, the Becker area this morning, Hubbard County, Bemidji, all the way up into the Red Lakes area, does include the Clearwater County area and Lake of the Woods for the winter weather advisory. Now, this means lighter snow in these areas. Let's get right to the snow forecast. I'll get the update in the clearest fashion possible to you. And again, you're welcome to throw in your questions or comments right here on Hutch's weather. We'll get you taken care of. First and foremost, here's a look at the snow. Notice down to the south, the snow should be done by the afternoon hours in the Twin Cities. The wind will continue, but the snow will continue. On top of the heavy snow that we got there on the I-94 corridor in places between the Twin Cities and Duluth, we're expecting a pocket of heavier snowfall potential. We're going to say 3 to maybe 8 inches of snow in these areas. Some could see a pinch more in isolated spots. So we're talking about a heavier dose of snow, mainly from areas along the I-94 corridor through, say, Little Falls, all the way up into the Brainerd Lakes area like we were speaking of this morning, and on up into the Iron Range. Now, up in the far north, including Roseau County, Lake of the Woods County, and probably northern Beltrami County, not far from you in Bemidji, you could see snow at times streaming, mainly lighter throughout the period, but still continuing into Tuesday into the afternoon. So that's the expected accumulations in most of these areas. Now, for Lakes Country, our western parts of the valley here into the Red River Valley in western Minnesota, expected to get up to an additional half inch or so, maybe an inch. As we get into the eastern reaches of Otter Tail, Becker County, Douglas County, it starts ramping up, and that's where we start seeing the higher snowfall potential. That is a look at that. Here is a quick peek at what we have going on with that model. And I'll pull up one of the more recent ones so you can get a peek at what we have going on for the remainder of the day. Now, as we do move through, let me go ahead and load this up for you. We'll go ahead and pull up a different model here that's showing up a little bit better with what's going on right now. Here we go. So we have the light snow showers in our area and heavier snow crossing the interstate. Now set this into motion. You can see that heavier snow lifts north toward Duluth, and the timestamp on this is by the mid-afternoon hours. So the drive time, 3 to 5. Things should be clearing up for many along the interstate border. Wind will be decreasing a bit as well, with the heaviest winds found up near the North Shore. This snow, though, up in the North Shore, including light snow potential with basically periods of light snow, will last into north central Minnesota. Look at this, all the way through the day and at times into Wednesday afternoon. Okay, so a prolonged period of light snow in northwest Minnesota as this cantankerous and slow-moving storm system with several waves is slowly going to exit into the day on Wednesday. That's a look at the timing on that. Let me pop up the radar for you so you could get a feel for where things are happening right now in our area. Let's go with the national-looking radar. Okay, here we go. And I better put on the winter so we can see where it's snowing and where it's rain. All right, here it is. And as we pull that up for you, you can see here that the radar is showing that there is that heavier band of snow in Brooklyn Park, in Bloomington, and the, central Minneapolis, St. Paul area and points north. So it's already exiting parts of the southern Twin Cities or ending fairly quickly. I'm going to go ahead and turn the warnings off so you can see a little more clearly the snow and where it cuts off at. There you go. Okay, so we do have some light snow showers from eastern North Dakota into the western and northwestern quadrant of Minnesota. Some of this won't be showing up too well. We'll get a road report here. Good morning, Mike. Good to have you on board. Mary, thanks for watching from Fergus Falls. Oh, thank you very much for your update, Mike. I sure appreciate that. Good morning from Dilworth. And now as we take a peek here at what we have going on with the radar, I'll let this loop for the last hour or so, and you'll see that the snow shower general direction of movement is from south to north. We have rain and actual thunderstorm potential as we head into the nighttime hours in the central and northern plains. And as shown, these snow showers here are going to continue to work their way to the north and then park there as we head into the day for the next 24 hours. All right, here is a look then at your road reports real quick as we get going. Thanks again for all of your reports. Check these out here as we take a look at the Minnesota roads report. Here we have the Twin Cities area, and where you see the pink, tough travel. So we remain difficult travel with covered roads in and around Highway 10, Lake Park. It does have some areas where the roads have some ice and snow on them, but it's not impossible. The wind, though, is going to keep that stream of snow blowing over the roads. This is a look at the Highway 200 corridor through the Hallstatt area there in the area of northwest Minnesota. So that area is still seeing some rough and tumble conditions. Highway 210, Wahpeton to Fergus Falls, is reported to be icy. I know a few of you were asking about that last night as well. And thank you all so very, very much. I'll take a look here as well at the I-94 corridor through Rothsay. You could see the snow and blowing snow working its way through there. Crashes reported at the Ashby exit. You get past there and you go towards Alexandria. We have snow and blowing snow. Look at the reduced visibility there in the Alexandria area. And then you start getting into those heavier bands we were talking about last night in towards St. Cloud and St. Joseph. And as we take a look at these places here, Sauk Center, here's, let's go into this area here, Sauk Rapids. That's a rest stop. Let's go here. A little closer to cities, you can see the roads are definitely rough and tumble, and we do have just the thick snow out there toward the Twin Cities. Keep that in mind. Heavy snow north on 35 between Duluth and the northern Twin Cities area. Let's go to Andover up here, and you can see in town there's some greasy roads there, and the snow doesn't look to be as heavy at the present time. The visibility is a little better in town. You get out of town, it's not so good as we look on the north side of the Metro Twin Cities area. Now up towards 35 as you're heading towards the Duluth area, there's some very heavy snow showing up here as we get into that Duluth region by Moose Lake. And here's a look at the roads there. Definitely a complete coating of snow and ice as you look in and around I-35 there north towards Duluth, just on the south side. So all of the roads in the eastern part of the state and southern part of the state have some impacts. Let's check in on the Wheaton area here. Pardon me, this is by Tenney. So the snow continues to blow across the road surface there at US 75, and that's going to be a trend for the better part of the day, so please keep that in mind. Does look like we did get a few snow reports from the region. Hey, I got something else to share with you here if I can pull it up. I'm pulling it up on my other camera here, so if it seems like there is a distraction, there is. Okay, I'll try to put a link to this page here, but essentially, a friend of mine, Rich, he has a bunch or series of cameras that he keeps a YouTube page working here, and this keeps an eye on the region. So let me go ahead and see if I can make this more full screen. There we go. Let me exit that. Okay, here we go. Let me put this in the right spot. Okay, I'm just going to put this on and adjust it. I'll put a link to Rich's page here for you so you can see. But here is a link to cameras that are positioned across the state of Minnesota located here at rail yards. And Rich has this page put together so you can see the different conditions in real time. So these are live cameras streaming on this link. And I'm going to put a link to it right now in the comments. And I want to thank Rich for making sure that we have the ability to use his camera network on the stream. I sure appreciate that, Rich. And here is a kind mention to you as we head into the morning. Thanks again for all of your stars. Again, if you want to check out Rich's page, please do so there. Oh, it's been a long couple days of winter updates. Thanks, Rich, for your support. Thanks for making sure that you keep that available to us. You can link to the individual cameras as well if you want to put more information on a couple of those anytime, Rich. You're welcome to do that right here on Hutch's Weather, and thanks so much. Renee, thank you for your kind words. That link is indeed awesome. Okay, I'm tired of the white stuff too, Tracy. Thanks, Sue. Highway 10 from Perham to Fargo is definitely got some icy spots on it. There's going to be some streams of snow through Becker County as well. As you're seeing on the radar right now, not a lot of activity. I'll put the radar right back up for you here so you can see what I'm talking about while I'm talking about it here. So the heaviest of the snow by far, central Minnesota and points off to the east. Our counties like, say, eastern Otter Tail, eastern Becker, up into Wadena County, these are the areas that through the morning hours could see some of this snow working its way back to you. You have a chance at seeing a little over an inch to maybe 4 inches of snow in a few areas. You get into the Brainerd Lakes area down to St. Cloud, and it appears that cutoff is right close to St. Cloud like we were talking about last night and this morning. It's a difficult call, but that's kind of where things have set up on the radar. Here's the real heavy snow, though, where you see the dark blues and the grays. Anywhere as you see that dark blue shade is where things are pretty robust right now. That does include the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul. Rich Baker, thank you for your stars. Thank you, Kathy, for your stars. Paula, thank you for your support. Rich, thanks for your support as well. And basically, yep, from the Perham area, Rich says, showing some light snow in that area. So in answering your question, you can take a look at Rich's network too and see some of the cameras there. Again, you're going to run into some greasy roads here and there, and that wind is going to be pretty robust throughout the entirety of our day. I'll have an update, but I'm going to take some time off into the afternoon. I'm going to rest the voice, have some chicken noodle soup, and get warmed up. I hope you do the same, and stay safe traveling out there as this storm system winds down. We'll turn our attention to the 7-day planner right quick here as we wrap this up. And again, for those of you that may have missed the snowfall forecast, here's the latest update on that. I'm expecting snow in the Red River Valley and points east. We're talking a trace to an inch in western parts of Minnesota and the Red River Valley. Not too much, okay? But the wind will continue to blow and gust at 40 miles per hour at times. The wind should start its decline in the late afternoon and evening here in the Red River Valley. Strong winds throughout the day will continue across Minnesota. The heaviest snow down south that you see here near the Twin Cities, towards Brainerd Lakes area and the like, should be done in the afternoon. This is lifting north and will exit. But it will continue into Wednesday night for portions of the Arrowhead of Minnesota, including near Duluth. And for those of you in places like eastern Roseau County in Warroad and the Badette areas, and also up into the Red Lakes area, you'll have some light snow, not heavy snow, but light snow persisting all the way into Wednesday afternoon. So that's a look at that. Now, as we take a look at your planning forecast for today, temperatures stuck in the teens out to the west. I expect those north winds to keep us all very cool and wind chills at times in the single digits above and below zero. 20s here in the valley for peak temperatures. That's it. We're going to be stapled pretty much where we're at. There's snow going to continue central and eastern Minnesota, as you see my little fancy icons there, with gusty winds decreasing late in the day. Planning forecast, here you go, 1 to 6 east as we look into our eastern counties in central Minnesota. A potential for 3 to maybe 7 inches of snow out in eastern Minnesota and out toward Duluth. We could have pockets of even more than that taking place right now. Mighty on hot next couple of days. Anyone with more than, say, 4 to 6 inches of snow on the ground can expect near 0 degree to sub-zero readings. The coldest will be on Thursday morning, as it'll be a clear one with cold high pressure moving over. And then as we go through the holiday weekend ahead, Easter, Good Friday, temperatures near 40, a few flakes. This looks like a few areas of light mix, depending on the timing, with temperatures in the early morning hours below freezing. And in the afternoon, we're going to have some spots where it mixes with some drizzle and rain, and it doesn't look significant. Hit and miss, light sprinkles. And for Easter Sunday, can't rule it out, but it does look to be south. We'll keep you posted on all that. That's your forecast. I'm Hutch Johnson. You have a great day, and we will talk again sometime just a little bit.